Nilam Yatha. So just like when Vamadev touched the earth's crust, not earth's, universe crust, there was a crack, and from there the water came, and that becomes Ganga in this material world. So just like Ganga comes from the universe, top of the universe, passing through the higher planetary systems and then middle planetary systems and down to the lower planetary systems. So the Ganga purifies the whole, all the three planetary systems. So similarly, when there is Krishna Katha, by the waters of nectar of Krishna Katha, all these three different kinds of personalities will be purified. So very happy to be one of them, to get purified. And this Krishna Katha is not a normal thing. Krishna Katha is very, very nectarian. Of course, those who experience that nectar, they want to hear these pastimes again and again and again and again. So today we are going to discuss about Vamana Dev. So tomorrow is the appearance day of Vamana Dev, Vamana Dwadasi. So let's prepare our consciousness for this Vamana Dwadasi and a few lessons which we can learn from this wonderful and beautiful pastime. So why this Krishna Katha is so nectarian? As we know very well. So Srimad Bhagavatam started like this. Parishit Maharaj was asking questions to his spiritual master Shukadeva Goswami to discuss Krishna Katha. It is not that Parishit Maharaj don't know anything. He knows everything. But still he wants to hear again and again. So when Krishna Katha is about to start at the end of 9th canto, so Shukadeva Goswami ends the whole Krishna Katha in few verses. And Parikshit Maharaj for the first 9 cantos is waiting for this Krishna Katha. And Shukadeva Goswami finishes in just few verses. And Parikshit Maharaj was shocked. Guru Maharaj, what is this? I was waiting for this. And you just finished like that? Just like all of our devotees on Thursday evening, or Saturday evening, or Sunday morning. So you will get the plate, rice, dal, some roti, and finally the place comes where we get dessert. And suddenly devotee says, Prabhuji, sorry, sweet is finished. Gulab Jamun finished. How we feel it? I'm just trying to compare. So that is how it is feeling, Parishit Maharaj. So the actual Krishna Katha is very, very nectarian. Even all the Naimisharanya sages are telling this. Vayam tu na vitripyama uttama shloka vikrame yashrinvatam rasagnanam swadu swadu pade pade. At every step, there is rasa in Krishna Katha. There is rasa. There is rasa. So how to get this rasa? Who will give this rasa? In 4th canto, chapter 30, verse number 20, Prabhupada writes, in the sloka also it comes. So who gets this rasa? Who can get this freshness in Krishna Katha? Because Krishna Katha is not something new. We already know the same pastime we hear it again and again. So last year, Vamana also heard the same pastime. That day, the year before also same pastime. And the year next, we'll discuss the same pastime. There is no difference. But the hearers will get the difference. The attitude of hearing, that matters. If one has this attitude, there is same Krishna Katha, same Vamana Dwadasi, what's the new thing in it? So you'll not feel any nourishment, no freshness. But if devotees have that eagerness, Hare Krishna Katha, again I'm able to hear this. Such a wonderful opportunity I'm getting. If one has this attitude, he'll be benefited. He'll be benefited very nicely. Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna, Punya Shravana Kirtana, Hridyanto hi avadrani, Vidunoti Suhrat Satam. Another sloka comes. Shrinvata Shraddhaya Nityam Gnatascha Swate Stitam, Kalena Nati Dirgena, Bhagavan Vishate Hridi. Those who hear this Krishna Katha, Shrinvata Shraddhaya, Shraddhaya, with complete faith, earnest eagerness, Prabhupada translates in that way. Whoever hears this Krishna Katha, so Krishna will be manifested in their heart immediately. Not long time also, immediately. So we can have this attitude by hearing Krishna Katha, definitely will get the same benefit. So because Shastra will not lie. Shastra will speak as it is. If we follow Shastra as it is, definitely we also will be benefited. So this particular avatar, Vamana Dwadashi or Vamana Dev, say when Jaydev Goswami writes in 3rd or 4th, in Dashavatara Swastra. Chalaya se vikramane bali madbhuta vamana padana kanira janita jana pavana Keshavadrita Vamana Rupa, Keshavadrita Vamana Rupa, Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare. So Jayadeva Goswami is telling this, oh Keshava, you come in the form of a dwarf, Vamana Rupa, by a beautiful form as a dwarf Brahmana. And you take massive steps and you conquer the whole universe and you destroy Bali Maharaj. Oh, all glories unto you, all glories unto you. Before writing Gita Govindam, so Jayadeva Goswami in the introduction part, he describes this Dashavatara Shlotra. So these are the principal avatars which Jayadeva Goswami told. Of course, there are unlimited avatars of Lord Krishna. So this is one of the prominent avatars of the Lord. So why Vamanadev mentioned this Dashavatara? So he writes, so before entering the pastimes of Gita Govindam or Radha Krishna, so when we pray to these Dasavataras, they will remove all the obstacles in our path of devotion service. And they help us to get closer to Sri Radha and Krishna. This particular pastime comes in 8th canto. So Vamana Avatar, so almost to whoever has attended this seminar, the various incarnations of Krishna, so you have seen. On that day we understood, we cannot understand Krishna. So there are various incarnations of Krishna which were described. And there are various kinds of avatars of the Lord. So this Vamana Avatar comes in which kind of avatar? Yuga Avatar or Shaktavesa Avatar. What are the 6 kinds of avatars? In comes in Manvantara, yes. What are the 6 kinds of avatars? Leela Avatar, Guna Avatar, Shaktavesa Avatar, Manvantara Avatar, Purushottam Avatar. These 3. Okay. Next. Yuga Avatar. Fine. So this Vamana, they comes under Manvantara Avatar. Especially in 8th canto, it's very in detail it's described. So there are basically 2 kinds of living entities, Sura and Asura. So these kinds of living entities are not, detailed or suggested in the form on the basis of their birth. No. So Krishna says, Guna, Karma, Vibhagashaha. So depending on the qualities what they acquire, depending on these qualities and their work what they are doing, so these 2 categories are mentioned, Sura and Asura. Sometimes we may say that if a demon, generally there is a demon, and whoever comes takes birth in the family of a demon, he also will become demon. This is a general category. The opposite way around. If a person is having all the good qualities, saintly qualities, and whoever takes birth in that saintly family, who has taken birth, he also will become saintly. So this is a general thing. But there can be opposite also. There is a saintly family, saintly parents, but demonic children. Demonic parents, saintly children. We know very well. For example, Ravan. His father is a great Brahman. And Ravan, can we tell him he was a Brahman? Of course, he is reading Vedic scriptures, he knows the Vedas. But by quality and his activities, he is not a Brahman, he is a demon. On the other way, Prahlad Maharaj, his father is a demon. But Prahlad is a great devotee, very, very great devotee. Similar category is also Bali Maharaj. From heart, he is very devotional. From as service what you have got, so he has to act in such a way as a demonic. That is what the service which he has got. Internally, by nature, is a devotional, is divine. But the service what you got to act as like a demonic personalities. Sometimes in our devotional service also we find this a difficulty. According to our nature, we want to do some particular service. But from our authorities, we may get some other service. Sometimes devotees feel, Prabhuji, I am very good at Kirtan. I want to just do Kirtan. But authorities will tell, do deity worship. Some devotees have more interest in book distribution. Sometimes devotees or our superiors may tell, you go for cooking. So this change is there. So Bali Maharaj is a nice example. So how difficult is he feeling from inside? By heart is a devotee, but he has to act in such a way. So this is one of the important lessons which we can take. Our nature, our inclination, our desire may be something else. But when we get service, some instruction from our superior, which is maybe against or not liking to our service, our liking, so we have to continue the service. For example, Srila Prabhupada. So he lived in Vrindavan Radha Damodar Mandir for 10 years. So his nature is to stay in Vrindavan, practice devotional service. But the instruction of his spiritual master, the service which he has got, has driven him away from Vrindavan. To go to a place where he knows no one, no communication, no food, no culture, nothing. So I heard from a lecture, so one devotee was telling. So Prabhupada, when he reached Boston, for 8 days he has fasted. 8 days. Because there is no Indian restaurant, something like this, nothing. For 8 days he fasted like this. So his nature is something else. But following the instruction of his spiritual master, he went out to preach. Not just Srila Prabhupada, even his disciples also. In San Francisco temple, so when Prabhupada was there, so there was no donations also coming. All the brahmacharis would serve in the temple. And Jayananda Prabhu would go out every single day, day and out, work and get the money to manage the temple, to maintain the temple. And Srila Prabhupada got to know this. He told, this is not fair. No. So he told all the brahmacharis, you all also go out and work. And all the brahmacharis went out, searching out for some job to maintain the temple. What is the nature of brahmachari? Sit in the ashram, do swadhyaya, that is the dharma of a brahmachari, to do swadhyaya and do various other devotional service, to preach. But at that moment, Srila Prabhupada gave this instruction to all the brahmacharis, you also go out and work, get the money to maintain the temple. This is not fair, it's just only Jayananda Prabhu going out. No. Tamal Krishna Maharaj is a very, means in the managerial role, he is the highest at that time. All the brahmacharis are going out. And he was thinking, what job I will get? So one more devotee told him, so we have one job which is there. So that is called in a studio as like a photographer. He got this job. And he was doing it. But it is not his nature. I was reading Milwaukee to Mayapur, this is only Jayapatak Swami Maharaj's biography. In that also, Jayapatak Maharaj and one more devotee, they go to work in a cave. First, in various industries he worked. In restaurant, cave also he worked. So what devotees would do is, they clean the tables after they eating, they clean it. And whenever they get break time, they go behind, inside somewhere, they chant their rounds. This is what they do. So this is what happens. This is one of the important lessons which we can take from Bali Maharaj. He's setting an example. Sometimes our inclination to do service is different from the instruction what we are going. But at the time of need, what it demands, we should be ready to take. And that is what Bali Maharaj is teaching us. Said the point of our need, we have to do what is required, not the desire what we have. Of course, we should be ready to do service, whatever our desire is, but should be ready to take up the service which we don't like it. So we can see from the example of Srila Prabhupada and even his disciples. Coming back to the story. So as time passes, sometimes demigods win, sometimes demons win. And now the time is for the demons to take over the whole universe. In fact, only the heavenly planet where demigods are ruling. So Bali Maharaj, in the battle with the demigods, he got his head cut. But Shukracharya, so he used this Sanjeevani and revived the life of Bali Maharaj. And Bali Maharaj, because of this favor, he sold himself to Shukracharya. He gave him life, right? In our life also we see, right? So whenever someone does some help in our life, we are so much indebted to them. So here Bali Maharaj was revived his own life by Shukracharya. So he's completely sold his life. Whatever is best for his spiritual master, he is ready to do. And Bali Maharaj did more than 100 sacrifices. And he got the blessings of all the sages. And he got the blessings of spiritual master Sukracharya. And he was endowed with the Brahma Tejas on his face. At this time, there was one personality who is very anxious. Who is it? Indra. Yes, everyone know. So Indra is very, very interesting personality. Of course, he is a very, very great devotee of the Lord. But on the instruction of the Lord, or the Lord decides. So here Indra also teaches many, many lessons for all the people who is reading Srimad Bhagavatam. So Indra is also a great devotee, but he has this desire. I'm serving the Lord, but I also want to enjoy. So to those people who have this tendency to want to enjoy, so for them, one pointed focus on devotional service will not be there. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bhogaishvarya prasaktanam taya pahrata chetasam vyavasayatmika buddha samadho na vidiyate. Those whose minds goes on material sense gratification, material opulence. So for them, one pointed focus on devotional service will not be there. So that is what Indra is teaching us. It's not one pointed focus, he wants to enjoy also, which is not right. This is another lesson which you can take. And why Indra was in tension? Because Bali Maharaj can take over the whole heavenly planets. This was his tension. So to understand Indra, we need not become Indra. We can just read from scriptures. Scriptures are there for us to teach. We may not be becoming Indra, but we can learn from Indra. We may have this Indra's mentality. So whenever we see some devotees are progressing very nicely, this devotee is very progressing. Just came just few years before, few months before. He's progressing so nicely. I am not able to. This is called envious mentality. And this is the first step in the downfall of a devotee. When he sees other devotees progressing and is not able to bear it. When he sees other devotees are doing wonderful services, doing wonderful preaching, opening more and more centers, preaching very nicely, but I am not able to do it. I am not able to do it. I want to appreciate the devotee. I also want to follow him. This mentality is good. But instead, he is doing nice preaching, he is doing nice service. I am not able to let me pull him down. So this mentality, we are trying to pull him down. While we are trying to pull him down, we are already down. We are already down. So the one more important lesson to take in. So when others are progressing very nicely, we should appreciate them. Genuinely. If possible, we can go in front of them, appreciate. Not over glorification. Prabhuji, you're like Shukadeva Goswami only. You are giving wonderful classes. There's over glorification. In fact, it will be an offense. There are devotees, praise like this, especially in praise. So should be very, very careful. Glorification should be to the point. So doing such a nice service, very nice Prabhuji. So I also would like to take inspiration from him. So when you pray to the Lord, see this devotee, such a nice devotee is doing wonderful devotion service. Oh Lord, I also want to, I'm getting inspiration from him, I also want to do like this. When we pray to the Lord, when we appreciate the devotee's qualities, that qualities we also will imbibe. On the other side, if we envy, we'll go down more and more. And because of that enviousness only, we came from the spiritual world to stay here. And again, we want to increase our envy. This is not good. This is not good. And next, continuing the story. And Bali Maharaj, he became very powerful and he took over the whole heavenly planets. He occupied, and Indra and all the other demigods, they don't have any shelter. They don't have home. And who is the father, who is the mother of demigods? Aditi. Father? Kashyap Muni. And Aditi got to know, my children, their shelter was taken away. And she started crying. And she called out for Kashyapa, who was in his austerity in the forest. So this is how the family life before. The husbands would do devotional service all the time. And the wives would serve the husband very nicely. In this way, the whole thing used to be nice. So after calling, so Kashyap Muni would come to home. And Aditi cryingly, she gives her petition in front of Kashyap Muni. So this is what happened. So yours, others' wife, sons, taken away the kingdom of our sons. So I'm feeling that it's not proper. What to do? I want to help my children. What to do? So at that time, when before telling all this, so Aditi was in great anxiety. So he's a great austere person. Kashyap Muni was telling, what happened? Why are you so anxious? Are you not doing devotional service properly? Are you not chanting Siddhi of 16 rounds? Are you not reading Bhagavad Gita? So he was asking various questions. So then he understood. She's not hearing all this. She's telling all her anxiety. Then he thought, okay, she's not in the level to understand. So let me come down. Then he asked, what do you want? What do you want? So this is a very, very important preaching technique we have to understand. Sometimes we may give big lessons in one-on-one also. But the devotees may not take it. They cannot digest. So you have to come to their level and tell them, do this. This is what helps. And Kashyap Muni also came down and asked, so Aditi, what do you want? Then she told, I want my children to take back their kingdom back. Then Kashyap Muni, what he told? You just tell, he told, you just worship Lord Hari. Then Lord Hari will give whatever is needful for you. And he went, and she went, and she did Payovrata. Payovrata means just staying on the milk. So Aditi did this austerity for 12 days. She was just having milk and nothing else. No paneer sabji, no puri, nothing. Only just milk for 12 days. And every day chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Another important lesson to take. So Kashyap Muni told his wife Aditi to just worship Hari and no one else. So even in our life also, either we may have all the material desires, either we may don't have any desire, akama, sarva kama, even if we have a desire of a moksha, liberation, moksha kama, any desire we may have, we just want to worship Hari, that's it, nothing else, and no one else. Akama sarva kamo va moksha kama udarati Tivrena bhakti yogena vrajeta purusham. Any desire, whatever you have, any desire, just worship Krishna. We see in the example of Dhruva Maharaj also. He has a desire to take over the kingdom, to get kingdom greater than his own great-grandfather. When his mother told, you please go to forest and worship Vishnu. Search Vishnu, he will give you everything. So this is a very, very important thing for us. So we left the demigod worship and trying to worship only Krishna, and we have to worship only Krishna in the future also. Sometimes difficulties, not sometimes, in our life, devotees' life, difficulties are there. Of course, in everyone's life there is difficulty. Krishna stamps this, Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. In Dukkhalayam, we are trying to find Sukha. How it is possible? No. So we find difficulties. But whatever difficulty we may find, so finally we have to take shelter of Krishna only. No other demigods, just Krishna. So very, very important lesson what Kashyap Muni is teaching. Telling his wife to worship only Vishnu or Krishna and no one else. And Kashyap, Aditi does this wonderful austerity for 12 days, only milk and chanting Hare Krishna mantra every single day. So looking at the austerity, Lord will be pleased, very pleased. And he comes in front of these two personalities. Now, let's add some more to this story, to this history. So now what we'll do, so we'll discuss this story. Along with this, we'll discuss Krishna Katha also. Radha Krishna Leela. So both the stories go in parallel. Both the stories. So finally we are worshipping all the other avatars of the Lord. For what? Ultimately to achieve the lotus feet of Shri Radha and Krishna. So like now we see. So in front of both of them, Kashyapa and Aditi, 400 form of Vishnu appeared. Gave the darshan for both of them. Similarly, if we come to Vrindavan in Mathura, when Devaki and Vasudeva were in jail, 400 Vishnu form appeared in front of them. Yes. When Lord appeared in 400 form in front of Kashyap and Aditi, all the demigods came and offered their obeisances to Vamana and offered their prayers to Vamana. Similarly, even in Krishna Leela also, when Lord came in his 400 form, all the demigods came and offered their prayers and obeisances. So before how Lord came, so before coming into the existence of the material world appearance, so where Lord has appeared first? In the womb of Aditi? In the mind of Kashyapa. So first he entered the mind of Kashyapa. And then into the womb of Aditi. So similar case here also. First the Lord entered the mind of Vasudeva. Now Acharya gives various commentaries on this. Why Lord entered the mind? What is the need? One statement is, so mind is very chanchal. Very chanchal. Always disturbed. And Krishna, when he wants to come in this Vrindavan, he wants to be chanchala, very naughty boy. So he wants to associate with the mind which is chanchala. And want to act like a chanchala boy, naughty boy. Another reason is, many people tell, we cannot achieve Krishna with your mind or senses. Atav Shri Krishna Namadi na bhaved grahya indriyahi sevonmike jivadav swayam eva spuratyadha. By this your indriya, senses, mind cannot understand Krishna. We cannot capture Krishna with our mind. But Krishna is telling, but if your mind is very pure, I will capture your mind. This is what Krishna is telling. So to enter Krishna in our life, we should keep our heart, mind completely clean and pure. And then Krishna enters our mind. This is what happened also. So first Krishna entered the mind of Kashyapa. And then the womb of Aditi. So similarly here also. First he entered the mind of Vasudeva. And then the womb of Devaki. Same thing. And when Lord appeared, all the demigods came. They offered their prayers. So one thing should be understood, when there is Krishna, all the demigods are also with us. So no need to do special service to them, special worship to demigods. Even if you see in Bharat Maharaj pastime, this is what we are reading on daily, Srimad Bhagavatam. So when Bharat Maharaj was taken to be killed by the dacoits over there, in front of Kali, they are about to chop his head, but Kali Mata came out and chopped all the other heads. Many people have this doubt, if I am worshipping Krishna, other demigods may feel bad. No, they will feel more happy. In fact, they will help you more to advance in your devotional service. So there was one Alvar, many Alvars means great devotees in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya in Tamil Nadu. So there was one story which I heard. So there is a huge heavy rain outside in the night. And the Alvar was sleeping in his hut, small place. And it was pitch dark. When person was drowning in the rain outside and is able to see, oh, there is one hut over there, so let me go and take shelter over there. So he knocked on the door. Then this Alvar opened the door. And he asked, sir, it's really heavily raining outside. I want to take shelter in your house. Please help me. Okay, he told, see, my house is completely filled with many people. I have just 6 feet of space, only where one person can sleep. If you can adjust, you can come. Then person came and he was lying. And it was pitch dark inside. We cannot see anything. And after some time, one more person came. He knocked the door and he told, oh great sage, it's raining heavily. I want to take shelter. Then he told, see, there is very little space. That space is this much that one person can sleep or 2 persons can sit down. If you are ready with this, you can please come. And he entertained him, he came inside. And the person who is sleeping, he was sitting. And this person also sitting. And later, after some time, one more person comes. Knocks the door. And he opens the door, Alvar. And he told, see, I don't have enough space. But I can give you one opportunity since you have come. So you have a space to stand, that's it. And no other thing. Okay. Then he also came. They took the shelter. These 3 people were standing. It was pitch dark. And it was in the morning, later sun rose, everything was night, everything was able to visible. And these 3 persons was looking. Are, the whole hall is empty. And you told us to stand. If you have told, we'd have slept now, nicely. Why you told like this? Then this Alvar told, see, you can see Sriman Narayan there, in the altar. Yes. So when the Lord Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead is there, all the demigods are also here. 33 crore Devatas are here. So they are also staying. So the hall is full. That's what I told you. So this is what the mood is. So when the Lord Krishna is there, all the demigods are also there. So coming back to the story, Lord appears. Here also Lord appears in the form of a dwarf Brahmana Brahmachari. And all the demigods come and they offer various gifts to Vamana Devi. First Surya Dev comes. He chants Gayatri in the ears of Vamana Devi. And then Mother Parvati comes. She gives her first alms to Vamana Devi. So like this, all the Devi Devtas gave many gifts to Vamana Devi. And later, Vamana Devi left heavenly planet to come onto this earthly planet to see where Bali Maharaj is there, where is he doing sacrifices. So similarly, Krishna, he left Madura to see where Radharani is. He went to Vrindavan. He left Madura and he reached, Vamana Dev reached the place or the palace of Bali Maharaj and he started asking. So Bali Maharaj was there and Brahmana, Vamana Dev came and he was asking, oh Vamana, oh you are a very great, looking like a beautiful Brahmana, wonderful brahmachari boy. So you ask him what you want. Whatever you want, I can give you. Don't worry. And Vamana Dev said, I don't want anything, I just need 3 steps. That's it. I don't want anything. And Bali Maharaj said, what are you asking? 3 steps? You are coming from an emperor, coming to an emperor and asking for 3 steps. So what do you want? Ask. If you want a beautiful girl, I can give you. If you want a great kingdom, I can give you. If you want gold, anything, whatever you want, I am ready to give you. You please take. And Vamana said, no, I don't want anything. I just want 3 steps. Then Vamana Dev says, O Bali Maharaj, if a person's mind is disturbed, if a person's mind is too much disturbed, even if he was given the whole universe, it is of no use. But if a person's mind is calm, peaceful, even if you give 3 steps, there is a great benefit. It will be useful. After hearing this, then Bali Maharaj told, okay, I am convinced with your argument, so take 3 steps. And behind Shukracharya is there. He is able to understand this Brahmana is not actually a Brahmana. He is the Supreme Personality of God, Hare Krishna. He came to cheat us. He is trying to stop Bali Maharaj surrendering to the Lord. So Shukracharya represents Jatila. Jatila also says the same thing. She is always interrupting Radharani meeting with Krishna. Radharani surrendered to Krishna. So Radharani surrender, we can see the 8th verse of Shikshastakam. The complete surrender to Krishna. Oh Lord, whatever you want you do. If you want to step on me, if you want to keep me away from you, it's okay. But you are my unconditional Lord. This is the mood of Radharani. Similarly, you can compare with Bali Maharaj. It's completely surrendering. Atma Nivedanam. Complete surrender. And he wants to surrender to Krishna. Bali Maharaj wants to surrender to Vamana Dev. But Shukracharya is doing, no. It's Krishna. Don't do this. Don't surrender. Then Bali Maharaj will tell, Arey, you are being a spiritual master. You are telling like this. When Lord comes in front of you, you should surrender to Krishna. That is what the instruction of a guru is. And you are telling not to surrender to Krishna. What kind of a spiritual master are you? I am rejecting immediately. Finish. He rejected Bali Maharaj. Similarly in our life also. We may have many personalities in our life who help us in various ways. But if those personalities are hampering our surrender to Krishna, so we cannot take their words anymore. Of course, under the guidance, we cannot take immediately like FSRD. Under the guidance we have to take. Many personalities we have in our life who helped us very much. But they are not helping us to progress in devotional service. No. We are not hearing their words anymore. No. Bali Maharaj is teaching a great example. Nice lesson here for all of us. Whoever it is, if they are hampering our surrender to Krishna or practice of bhakti, we cannot hear their words anymore. Hare Krishna, yes. I will nicely hear your words, but will not follow. Hear from here, leave from here. Prahlad Maharaj denied his father. Since his hampering his surrender to Krishna. So like this, many examples are there we can discuss. So another important lesson, we have to understand this. So like Bali Maharaj, we should be ready to surrender to Krishna. Of course, according to our level, our capacity, not immediately. So when we follow the 6 symptoms of surrender, so that is actual surrender means. So Prabhupada gives in this commentary or the purport of 1866. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhya mokshayishyami ma sujha. So in this purport, Prabhupada very nicely described the 6 aspects of surrender. Anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya varjanam. This is the first step. So whatever is favorable for Krishna consciousness, I am ready to do. And whatever is unfavorable for Krishna consciousness, I'll just reject it. So this is the important lesson. And Bali Maharaj, so finally tells, okay, please take your 3 steps. And as he told, but he's cheating now, not as a small dwarf. He expands himself, the huge personality, and he occupies all the planetary systems, upper, middle, and the lower planetary systems, with these two steps. And final 1 step is left, where to keep it. And Vamana Dev was chastising Bali Maharaj like anything. What kind of king are you? You gave your word that you'll give 3 steps, and you're not fulfilling your promise. What kind of personality are you? It's chastising left and right. Similarly, in our life also, when we take up devotional service, we get chastisement from various personalities. Then we shouldn't be demotivated. Just tolerate. And Bali Maharaj was tolerating all the chastisement. Can we imagine Bali Maharaj's position? He conquered the whole heavenly planets. He was the emperor now. He can do anything. But still, when he's getting chastisement, he just tolerating. In our life also. We may be chutku here, but we feel, I'm a great devotee, I'm chanting 16 rounds. On Ekadasi, I chant 25 rounds. I do wonderful services. This devotee is not giving respect to me. What kind of person is this? And if anyone chastises us, oh my God, ego blast down. And that blast will show on others. This is very, very difficult. Even if equals chastisers or juniors chastisers, it's okay. We can take it up. Sometimes even when seniors or superiors, when they give us some correction, Prabhuji, this is not right. This is how you do it. Of course, we take it externally, but internally, how can he tell me like this? Now, I passed many years in devotional service. I am doing nice devotional services. So, I don't want anyone's correction. I can do my own self. But we are ready to give instruction to others. We will not take, but we will give. So, that's the problem. But Bali Maharaj is able to take it, all the chastisement. And finally told, oh Lord, keep your 3rd step on my head. And with his lotus feet, finally, he keeps on 3rd step on the head of Bali Maharaj. Those lotus feet which Lakshmi Devi is serving the whole, all the time. Those lotus feet which were kept on the hoods of Kaliya. Those lotus feet are being kept on the head of Bali Maharaj. How great Bali Maharaj is, you can understand. So when we discuss this sloka, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Marchanam, Dasyam, Atma, Nivedanam. So for sadhakas, we always discuss first 7 things. Sakyam, it's not possible for us. We should do also. Or else will be considered as sahajikas. And Atma Nivedanam. So for Atma Nivedanam, the example is Bali Maharaj. So let's revise once again. For Shravanam, who is the greatest example for Shravanam? Parichin Maharaj. For Kirtanam? Shukdev Goswami. Shravanam, Kirtanam? Smaranam? Prahlad Maharaj. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Padasevanam? Lakshmi, or it's also given Hanuman. Hanuman or Lakshmi Devi. Padasevanam? Archanam? Prithu Maharaj. Archanam, Vandanam? Akrura, offering prayers. Vandanam, next. Dasyam? Dasini son, sorry. Dasimanu. Sakyam, Arjuna, and finally Atmanivedanam. So for that Atmanivedanam, in Navavida Bhakti, the final part which is very very difficult, and Bali Maharaj could do this. So that is the greatest example. Bali Maharaj is the greatest example for Atmanivedanam. Now we may think, now Krishna took away everything. This person surrendered everything to Bali Maharaj. And Krishna, Vamana Dev took away everything from Vamana Dev, from Bali Maharaj. What is this? It's not fair. But other side, if you see, at later point of time, what happened? This Bali Maharaj became the king of Sutalaloka. Oh my God. And this Vamana Dev, this supreme personality of Godhead, became the doorkeeper of Bali Maharaj in Sutalaloka. So one thing should be clarified in our mind. So anything we give to Krishna, either small thing or big thing, Krishna will reciprocate to us thousands and thousands of times. Even if we give little. So we can see the example of that fruit vendor. When this fruit vendor came, apple, papaya, whatever she's telling, she came. And Krishna heard this, little Krishna heard this. Maybe he might have seen his parents also. Whenever someone comes for the vendoring, so his parents would give some grains, palmful of grains in exchange of it. This is called barter system. And Krishna also heard, might have heard, and it all, fruit vendor has come. So let me give some palmful of grains in exchange of fruits. And this little Krishna go, I don't know how much big Lord hands was palms. And he was taking grains, it was described. He was carrying those grains, and in the way many grains were falling down. So just like our water tankers. So just like this, just falling down. And when Krishna told, I want these fruits, and looking at the beauty of Krishna, this fruit vendor was charmed. And she was ready to give anything, how much ever. And she gave fruits, and he took small grains. She took small grains, what Krishna is giving. And after some time she looked at it, the whole basket of fruits became jewels. Another example we can see. Who is Krishna's friend? His close friend? Brahma. Sudama. Sudama was a poor Brahmana. Very, very poor. So much poor that he is not able to eat. He is not able to eat okay. He is not able to feed his family members also. So looking at that poverty-stricken condition, so Sudama's wife request Sudama, you please go to Krishna. Krishna, your friend, Supreme Personality of Godhead, is Dwarakapuri Nath. He has everything. You please go and ask your friend to get some wealth for us, to sustain at least. We are not asking for luxury, at least to sustain ourselves. Sudama was very, very hesitant to go to and ask. But looking at the condition, looking at the plea of his wife, he has to go. And whenever a person goes to the Lord, some gift should be taken, no? Something should be offered to the Lord. Just think what should be given. And nothing is there at home. And Sudama's wife go to various houses and bring some cheaper rice to give to Krishna. And Sudama took those cheaper rice, he kept in the cloth and went to Krishna. And initially was not allowed by the doorkeepers of Krishna's palace. Later they were allowed after hearing from Krishna. And he comes inside. The whole big story we can discuss. We'll try to summarize and understand. And when Sudama entered and Krishna hugged him, Sudama, oh my dear friend, it has been a long time since we meet. How are you? And he gave the place on the Simhasan, and he washed his feet with his own tears. And Krishna asked Sudama, you are my friend, right? Friend means there should be exchange. What you have got for me? And he was hesitant to give chipud rice, small chipud rice in a torn cloth. He was very, very hesitant. But Krishna took. He grabbed from Sudama and ate one morsel. Very, very happy. And second morsel he took. He is very, very happy. And third morsel he is able to take. And Rukmini stopped. Nada, please enough. It's enough. It's not meant for you. And they both of them will have a nice exchange in the home. And Sudama goes away after having a nice exchange, nice time there. And Sudama didn't ask here. One point you have to note. Sudama didn't ask anything from Krishna. Okay, I met my friend. No worries, I didn't ask. It's okay. It's okay. If my family is complete poverty stricken, it's okay. But I met Krishna. That is happiness, yes. But when we went back to his house is not there. In fact, the whole house was converted to a big palace. And from inside, his family members were coming. It is described his wife was dressed in such a beautiful way. She was resembling Lakshmi Devi. And his children were nicely dressed and coming out, Papa, hugging to Sudama. So much luxury was there. And he was thinking, who has gained this? It's Krishna. He didn't ask. He didn't ask even a single penny from Krishna. But Krishna reciprocated it. So Acharyas tell this. Why Krishna has given only this? So Sudama went beyond his limits. He doesn't have anything in house. But his wife went outside to get some chipped rice to give to Krishna. This Sudama went outside his limit to serve Krishna. But Krishna also could have got out of his limit and give him. Why he just gave one small palace? What is this? It's not fair. Then Acharya only will give the answer. See, there is nothing beyond Krishna's limit. Everything which is there, everything is under Krishna. Everything is coming from Krishna. So what is that verse? 10 chapter 8 verse. Aham sarvasya prabho mattas sarvam pravardate iti matva bhajante ma bhuda bhava samanmitaha. Krishna is saying everything is emanating from me only. And Krishna cannot go beyond his limit. Everything is under him only. So he is feeling hesitant for this. So my friend went beyond his limit to serve me, but I am not able to go. That's why Krishna didn't tell Sudama. He could have told him, Sudama, I give you this palace, please go and enjoy. But he didn't tell because he is feeling hesitant. So same thing we can hear from same pastime of Vamana Devi. So when we surrender to Krishna, so we should be completely happy and what we call anxiety free. Because Krishna is the one who is taking care of us. He'll help us. He'll help us for sure. So very nicely this example we discussed number of times. There are ants, small ants, which needs only morsel of grains to eat. And there are big elephants in Africa. They need tons and tons of food to sustain. Are we supplying them? Neither to the ants nor to the elephants. But how are they sustaining? Because Krishna is maintaining. Are they doing any devotional service? Are they chanting Hare Krishna? Are the elephants coming to the temple and chanting Hare Krishna? Nothing they are doing. But Krishna is maintaining them. When we are chanting 16 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra, at least we are trying our best. We want to sleep, but we don't want to sleep. No. Prabhuji will see. No. I want to chant. We are trying our best to practice devotional service nicely. Why will not Krishna take care of us? Why will not Krishna take care of us? So Krishna will take care of us for sure. The only thing is lack of our confidence or faith on Krishna. So this complete faith should come. So we're discussing in Bhakti Sandarbha, there's a huge list. What is actually pure devotional service? Before I was thinking I was pure devotee. I'm a brahmachari, everything is very nice. After hearing that seminar, I thought, I am nothing. Nothing. Pure devotion, the first thing is Shraddha. Not common Shraddha. Complete Shraddha. What is that Shraddha means? Definition. What is the definition of Shraddha? Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vrata aham sarva bhavati mokshaishyami ma sucha. Shraddha shabda vishwasa ko bhi sudrida nischay Krishna bhakti kaile sarva karma krita hai. By just rendering devotional service to Krishna, everything will be taken care. I just want to render service to Krishna, I have nothing else. No other material activity in this world. That is called Shraddha. And when that Shraddha comes, that is the first point requirement for pure devotional service. This is what Goswami said. This is what Prabhupada says. So one should be aspiring to that level. How can I dedicate my life completely to Krishna in this way? When can I enter pure devotional service? This aspiration should be there for all of us. Or on this auspicious day, We can pray to the Lord. Oh Lord, when can I get this complete surrender to your lotus feet? When can I render pure devotion service unto you 24/7? When can I do it? This mood should be there. This mood should be there. Because when at the end of life you have to remember Krishna. If you want to go back home, back to Godhead, this very life. If you want to take more life, it's okay, your wish. But if you want to surrender to Krishna, if you want to remember Krishna at the time of death, we have to remember Krishna. We have to practice remembering Krishna the whole life. Yes or no? So death is an exam. To pass the exam, we'll read it now for the whole year. So similarly, to pass the test of death, to remember Krishna at the point of death, the whole life we should be remembering Krishna. So you should be able to remember Krishna all the time. Only then we can remember Krishna at the time of death. Or else, Hare Krishna, Hare Go. Happy birthday to you. Next slide. So this is what we can understand from the whole pastime of Vamana Dev and Bali Maharaj. How to render pure devotion service to Krishna and only Krishna, nothing else. Of course, if that surrender is not there right now, it's okay. If you have some material desires also, as of now, it's okay. But even if you have some material desire, to fulfill those material desires, we have to go to Krishna only and no one else. But ultimate goal, we have to completely surrender to Krishna one day or the other, either now or later point of time, to attain Krishna this very life. Okay? So with this, I would like to conclude. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It's already time up. There are any questions we can take. If I don't know answer, I'll check with my superiors and get back to you. Yes.
Very nice class. Thank you. From live class here. So this Vaman Dev is four people of Bali Maharaj is Sukal Loka. Generally we see that lower 7 planet systems they are not Lokas. Atal Utal Sukal Sukal. I'm not sure about that. I'm clarifying. That this Bali Maharaj Sukal Loka is basically a Vaikuntha planet where Vaman Dev is staying.
So what I heard is, so hellish planets are down of the 14 planetary systems which we get in the 5th canto ending. So even the planetary system which are down of earthly planet, so those are also known as Swarga, Bilva Swarga. That is what I heard. So those are also have a lot of sensitivity, just like heavenly planets. That's Swarga, and this is not below Swarga. So the general thing is hellish planets are below these 14 planet systems. Below Patal. Those are actually hellish planet systems.
So this Bali Maharaj Sukal Loka, where God is there, that is Vaikuntha or not? Not normal.
No.
Another point I just want to clarify that many times when I came to this, very much due to Lord Shiva. That time I had idea that Shiva and Krishna has competition in that.
Shiva and Krishna,
they have competition. They are like
competition. Okay.
I was very new at that time. I used to think if I worship Krishna, Shiva will be angry. But basically, many times we focus on this Ananya Bhakti so much that Acharyas have cautioned us that we should not become averse to the gods. It's very, very merciful. Like Gopis are worshipping Katyayani, and what they are praying to Katyayani, Mahamai, Mahayogi, and Shri
Yes.
And Radha is worshipping Suryadev because she is from in that dynasty actually. Suryadev. So we should be very careful not to disrespect and become averse to the gods. Charan once put it, and there is no problem worshipping demigods if you know their proper connection, relations with Krishna. So we should offer proper respect. Doesn't mean that we should go to every temple. Just from outside we can say, offer respect and beg their mercy and blessings to proceed on our path.
Yes, correct. Yes, that's correct. So that is the mode of our whole parampara. So we cannot disrespect any demigod. They are very, very great personalities. That is why Krishna has given them that position. Such a great position to maintain the whole administrative status in the whole universe. So as Prabhuji mentioned, so we can take caution of this. So we cannot disrespect them. We have to offer respects. But our only worshipful Lord is Krishna.
Alone, one and only target of our pure devotion.
Yes, correct. Yes.
See, in whatever we are following, so we will understand God through Guru only. So, but in this example, even Guru told to not bow down, so he rejected Guru. And how Bali Maharaj knows he is the God. See, you mentioned already Bali Maharaj knows he is the God, but Guru told you don't go down. So my point is how he knows he is the God.
To Bali Maharaj. How Bali
Bali Maharaj, how he understood Vamandev is the supreme.
So he thought
one side Guru is rejected. So in our parampara, what we are following, only through Guru only we should understand.
So basically, if I understand the question is, so only through Guru we understand the Lord. So in this circumstance, how we can derive Guru? From whom he got to know that who is the Supreme Lord. So here we have to understand, so there is a triangle. Two triangles. So one triangle is for us whenever we feel some difficulty, even if you want to get some desires fulfilled which are not fulfilling, sometimes we are feeling some difficulty in our life. So in the initial Gita course, Festival of Enlightenment, we discussed this triangle. Paramatma, Jivatma and Prakriti. So this karma cycle I am telling. Another triangle is Shastra, Guru, Shastra and Sadhu. So ultimately everything should be in Shastra. And how whom we can accept as a Guru? Guru should be following the Shastra. Shastras are telling, so Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, one has to surrender unto him. If Guru is following the Shastra, we will follow the Guru. And if Guru is not following Shastra, we will reject him. This is the reference point. Shastra is the highest. Sometimes, if you observe, if someone is deviating from the Shastra, deviating from the other sadhus, then we have to take a call. We have to approach other sadhus. Shastra, what Shastra is telling. Even if it may be in the position of a Guru, if he is deviating, then we have to take a call. Like Bali, it's Shukracharya here. He knows that Krishna is the Vamandev, that Brahman is Krishna himself. But he's telling Bali Maharaj not to take his shelter. So at that time, if anyone tells us not to take his shelter, if anyone tells not to surrender to Krishna, don't do bhakti, we have to take a call. Of course, there are very extremists here. It's not that if some devotee falls down who are superior to us, so he's fall down, how he can fall down, can we reject him? No. They are trying their best to practice devotional service very nicely. Sometimes some may fall, may happen. But we have to give them a proper status as sadhu. That is what Krishna says in 9th chapter, verse number 13. But the question to clarify here, it's about philosophy. So philosophically, if someone is deviating from the Shastra, then we have to take a call. But how do we understand? For that we need Shastra. We have to read Shastra and we have to consult with other devotees. So this is what Shastra is telling. So this is what my understanding is. So is this proper understanding? So initially we have to check our superiors who are there, spiritual master, are they following properly? Or at least they are trying their best to follow. If they are following, no need to check for a long time. If they are following, let's follow them. Hope this answers the question. Any other?
No. It's answered. But my question is, how Bali Maharaj understood he is the God?
So basically, Shukracharya told. Yes.
But one small see, in Sudama case, God gave wealth. In Bali Maharaj case, he taken the wealth.
And gave the wealth also, no? See, he gave Sudama. Yes.
But I heard Sudama story multiple times. But after giving the wealth, is he the same Sudama?
Okay. His attitude changed,
Like that, I don't know. I just asked.
Same Sudama. So if they are pure devotees who are there, so they will be equal all the times. When they don't have any wealth, they are same personality. When they have full wealth, they are same personality. So we can see the example of Srila Prabhupada himself. So when he is going to West, he just have 40 rupees around. And he started an institution of $1 million. When he came back to India, he has the same 40 rupees. And Prabhupada himself tells in one of the lectures, so Krishna tested me twice. When I don't have anything, when I have everything. So but Prabhupada is same as this. So Sudama also same as this. Okay? Take it? So thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.